Baron Corbin unleashes chaos on Trick Williams. No one saw it coming. A man who has not wrestled a single televised match since his return just walked himself straight into a championship opportunity, and he did it without throwing one punch inside an actual wrestling ring. If that sounds like cheating the system, buckle up, because Baron Corbin just proved that sometimes the fastest way to a title shot is simply showing up and ruining somebody else's night. Before we get into the ambush that has SummerSlam buzzing, go ahead and subscribe, tap that notification bell, and let's break down exactly how Baron Corbin talked his way, or rather, punched his way, into a United States Championship match without WWE even booking him for the show. Let's set the scene. Trick Williams has been the United States Champion, living his best life, rolling with Lil Yachty at ringside, carrying a custom title, and doing what he calls lemon pepper stepping all over SmackDown. Think of him as the new kid who just got the fanciest car in school and will not stop driving it past your house. He defended against Sami Zayn, battled Ricky Saints, took on Laredo Kid, and looked every bit like a champion who was just getting started. Life was good. Then, out of absolutely nowhere, Baron Corbin returned. Corbin did not slide back into the picture quietly either. He crashed a heated confrontation between Trick Williams and his longtime rival Carmelo Hayes, and instead of picking a side, he flattened both of them with end of days. That is the wrestling equivalent of walking into an argument between two co-workers and just knocking both their coffee cups off the desk to make a point. Corbin then grabbed the United States Championship and held it high, and just like that, everyone in the building understood the message. He was not there to make friends. He was there to make a statement. Now here is where things escalate, because Corbin was not done. On the most recent episode of SmackDown, Trick Williams had just survived a grueling fatal four-way main event against Finn Balor, Royce Keys, and Damian Priest, all fighting for the right to challenge for the undisputed WWE Championship. Williams gave it everything he had, but ultimately came up short as Balor claimed the win. Bruised, drained, and just trying to make his way through the crowd to slap hands with the fans, Trick Williams thought the danger for the night was over. It was not. Baron Corbin came surging through the audience like a man who had been waiting all night for exactly this moment, and he blindsided the champion completely. No warning, no build-up, just pure chaos in an instant. Imagine finishing a marathon, barely able to stand, and getting tackled at the finish line by someone who did not even run the race. That is the level of disrespect Corbin just served up, and he did it without a single WWE camera catching it live on air. This attack happened after SmackDown had already gone off the broadcast, meaning only the fans inside the arena witnessed it in real time before the footage hit the internet. Corbin delivered the beating and walked away like a man who had already gotten what he came for. But Trick Williams was not about to let that be the final word. Battered but nowhere near broken, Williams grabbed a microphone and fired back with a fiery challenge, calling out Corbin for attacking from the shadows instead of standing toe-to-toe like a real competitor. He accused Corbin of hiding behind sneak attacks because he was scared to find out what happens in a fair fight, and he dared him to prove otherwise at SummerSlam. Corbin, never one to back down from an opportunity to grab a spotlight, accepted immediately, promising he was going home with that United States Championship draped over his shoulder. And just like that, in the span of about 60 seconds, a match was born entirely out of pure aggression rather than months of careful build. Triple H later confirmed it was official, announcing that Trick Williams will defend his championship against Baron Corbin at SummerSlam. Let's talk about the stakes here, because this is not just another random title defense. For Trick Williams, this is about proving that his championship reign has substance behind the flash, that he can survive a legitimate physical threat and not just style on opponents who cannot match his charisma. For Baron Corbin, this is personal redemption. He is chasing his second reign as United States Champion nearly 9 years after his first one, essentially trying to prove that his career still has gas left in the tank after all this time away from WWE television. Think about that timeline for a second. 9 years is long enough for entire eras of wrestling to come and go, for championships to change hands a dozen times over, and for storylines to be completely forgotten. Yet here comes Corbin, treating it like he never left, marching straight back into the title picture like he owns the place. So now the question hanging over SummerSlam is simple. Does Trick Williams have what it takes to back up his bold words and silence Corbin's aggression with pure in-ring skill? Or does Baron Corbin's brutal, calculated return prove that sometimes the most dangerous competitor is the one nobody saw coming? Either way, this rivalry has ditched the slow burn and gone straight into fireworks, and SummerSlam just got a whole lot more must-see. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.